Okay friends, one of the first things we have to do to get started on our job is to safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the wheel's off the ground. After that, remove all of your lug nuts and then remove the wheel. To remove the caliper, we're going to move along to removing these slider pins right here. Let's use our 3/8 Allen head bit. Let's carefully push back our caliper piston. Remove your caliper. Set this aside, putting no pressure on your flex hose. Remove your rotor. Remove your axle nut using a 36mm socket. Remove your washer. Use a punch and a hammer and break your axle free from the bearing. Remove your cotter pin and your 18mm castle nut. Keep your castle nut on there a couple threads, use a hammer, bonk this free. Separate your upper ball joint from your knuckle and remove this cotter pin. Remove your ball joint nut using a 1-inch wrench. Just leave that on there a couple threads. Use your hammer, separate this area. I'm going to apply some pressure under this control arm so I can remove my upper ball joint nut. Let's carefully lower this down. Just keep in mind the knuckle might pull away and it could potentially put a tug on your axle. Now at this point we have easy access to be able to remove our ball joint. Let's start removing these using 13mm socket and wrench. Do the same to all. There it is, friends. All right, friends, it's time to install our brand new upper ball joint. Go ahead and slide it right up and in over the top here. Now we're going to take our new bolts. You want to make sure that you take the long set. And then if you look at the nuts, you can see this hole right here is oblonged. And then if you look at the other side, it's not. You want to have the oblong side facing up and away from the ball joint. Let's snug these up. Now that they're snug, let's go ahead and torque these to 35 foot-pounds. Now it's going to be time to get the upper ball joint reattached to the knuckle here. There's going to be a couple things that we need to do. We need to safely jack up the lower control arm so we can bring this up close. At the same time, we want to try to push this axle into the wheel bearing through the backside of the knuckle. Go ahead and slide this in. Line it up to where it needs to be. We'll start jacking this up a little bit. Be very careful not to shift your vehicle off of the lift or jack that you're on. Now we can take our nut. You want to make sure that you have the castle end of it facing down. Now let's go ahead and snug up this nut. The torque for this should be 74 foot-pounds, but as you can tell, it's going to be very difficult to get a torque wrench in here. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it up so it's nice and snug, and then we'll line up our cotter pin hole. I'm going to go a little further here, line it up to the next one. Slide your cotter pin through, and then lock it down. Let's carefully lower this down. Reinstall your tie rod, tighten up the nut, and then torque it to 48 foot-pounds. The next thing you want to do is line up the castle nut with the slot on the tie rod itself. If it seems like it's not lined up, continue tightening until the very next one is. Make sure you put in a locking cotter pin. Now it's going to be time to get our axle nut back on here. I always like to use some red thread locker. Go ahead and put a little coating on there. You've got your washer. Then of course the nut. It's a good idea to replace the nut, but if you aren't, make sure that you use red thread locker. Now we'll torque this to 178 foot-pounds. Before we can get the rotor on here, we need to clean up the mating surface of the bearing itself. You can use a wire brush, or if you have one of these, go ahead and use that. Once you have your entire hub cleaned down, let's continue on with some copper never sees. All right, now it's time to get our rotor on here. Go ahead and put it on. I'm going to use one of my lug nuts, snug it up on there just so the rotor can't move around and rust can possibly fall in between this area and cause a brake pulsation. Now let's carefully slide the caliper over this. Slide it into place. Time for the caliper mounting bolts. Start them both in, we'll snug them up, and then we'll torque them to 25 foot-pounds. Start on all your lug nuts, snug them up, and then we'll torque them. Okay, once you have them all started on there, go ahead and get your wheels safely back on the ground, and then we'll torque all of the lug nuts to 120 foot-pounds. Torqued. All right, we got the truck all back together. What's left to do now? Safely take your vehicle for a road test down to your local alignment shop.